Welcome to the Harvesting Wisdom podcast. Together we explore the vast landscapes of life, delving into the rich soil of experiences, sowing the seeds of curiosity, and harvesting the profound wisdom that each episode unfolds.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Before the Harvest. My name is Maddie Myers, and today I am joined by Professor Chris Lamont from Arizona State University's Sidney Poitier New American Film School. Welcome.
Thank you. Very excited to be here, Maddie.
Thank you so much for coming. So before we get started, will you just kind of introduce yourself, a little bit about your background and what you're currently doing?
Sure. So I'm an independent filmmaker. I've been making movies, honestly, since I was in fourth grade. I teach at the Poitier Film School. I've been teaching at Arizona State University since 2004.
Wow.
So I've watched the program grow from just a few classes all the way to the huge film school that it is now. Also in the Writers Guild of America, screenwriter, had films produced and directed features and shorts and corporate videos, pretty much anything. And also I'm the founder of the Phoenix Film Festival. So independent filmmaking is something that really I was born with. And it was a great opportunity here in Phoenix to see that the filmmakers of Arizona needed a great film festival to be able to get audiences to see their work. So it was a calling and I was happy to get it going. And now the festival's in the 25th year.
Yeah, wow, that's very cool. So after having started the Phoenix Film Festival, will you explain your involvement in our film festival that we have coming up in March, the SkyFire Film Festival?
Yes, I was brought in to help as a consultant to be able to kind of, give my wisdom in regards to starting a festival, because it's a really hard thing to do to get a film festival going. There's three different things that you have to do to be able to make something very successful. You need to be able to get movies, you need to be able to get sponsors, and you need to be able to get people in the seats.
Yep.
And so it is a multi-tiered process. The biggest thing is being able to get movies. You're looking at, and with SkyFire, it's like, it's a big environmental slant. So, it's not the huge different, well of movies. It's not the 16, 17,000 movies that a Sundance gets, for example. But it's a very niche market. So it really is about promoting it through Without a Box, which is the online film submission system for film festivals all across the world. And getting as many films as possible, promoting local filmmaking, student filmmaking here in Arizona is really crucial as well. You really want you to just sort of open the doors, because you don't make a film just for yourself. The process of making movies is amazing, documentaries, features, whatever it is, shorts. But if you don't connect with an audience, then you're kind of spinning your wheels. It's all about connecting with an audience, engaging them emotionally, engaging them intellectually. That's really what film is all about. So I was able to come in, talk about Without a Box, talk about some of the niche programming they need to create, seeing about maybe bringing in some bigger movies, try and find, some environmental rock stars, so to speak, to help with the sales, because, it's one thing to have great films, but it's also about, getting audience members. And so how do you market that? You
can have a great film, but if no one sees it, then it's not a great film.
Well, it could be a great film.
Yes,
Still, it just might not be a film that people see, and it might not be able to get out unless you as a filmmaker do the marketing. It's the one thing I see at ASU, at the Poitier Film School, is that students make these great movies. And I'm like, tell me you're going to the film festival. Tell me you're getting out to film festivals, Phoenix, all the ones here in Arizona. And they're like, oh, I think I am. I'm like, why do you think you are? The whole idea of making movies is to be able to get people to recognize that you have a voice, that you're able to tell stories. And then it's all about the next movie that you make and the next movie after that. And it just gives you great confidence, I think, as a filmmaker to be able to get work out there and be able to connect with audiences, because that is the most important thing. And then there's the other part of the film festival. It's the getting the sponsors and partners thing. But it's so important. This is the thing I really love about SkyFire, is that they are all in on creating community. And, the environment is such an important part, obviously, of who we are as human beings, and the sustainability of what we do, and being able to live for not only this generation, for generations to come. And so it's been really great to see Joe and the team to be able to start putting together these amazing partnerships, and really looking forward to seeing how this thing comes together. You know, they have a great vision, a great mission, I think, and they have an aspiration for this to be something that can be huge in the environmental filmmaking community. So I'm excited to be a part of it as much as I can and see what happens.
Yeah, I'm also very excited. I've been very briefly a part of the planning. I'm doing a video series, kind of counting down to the film festival in March. And I'm curious, why do you think a film festival like this is important? Because SkyFire is going to be Arizona's first environmentally focused film festival. And why do you think it's important to have that now?
Well, I think the bigger picture, though, is that it's a component of a much larger mission about engaging community here in the Valley in regards to sustainability, being able to get people excited and actionable things that, so that people are cognizant of and aware of, recycling and environment more than just, I got to throw away my Coke can, and make sure it gets in the blue bucket, right? So, all the different projects that they're planning, I think that go along with the film festival are great. And, there's nothing better than sitting in a movie theater and watching films and getting absorbed and learning things, on a huge silver screen and being surrounded by like-minded individuals. We're all really getting into what you're watching and are really excited about it. And especially I think the neat thing about a film festival, more than just going to the movies, is that filmmakers are coming. So, you show their film and then there's Q&As afterwards. And after the movie and the Q&A, you can talk to the filmmakers out in the lobby. It's definitely a really special opportunity. And I really hope that a lot of people who aren't just environmentally conscious, but just lovers of film will have an opportunity to come out to SkyFire.
Amazing. And I just have one final question for you. So I am working with some of my friends from the Sidney Poitier Film School, and we are trying to put together our own short student documentary to enter into this film festival. Do you have any advice for us going forward on how to make the best documentary possible?
Well, don't feel like you need to rush to make the deadline. It's more important to be able to take the time to do this. The thing as a filmmaker is understanding that, it takes so much time, so many resources to be able to bring something together. And you don't want to waste that opportunity. You want to be able to put your best foot forward. You want to be able to get your voice out there, an effective way of storytelling. And that's the one thing is that, if you take the time and just let it come together organically, then you're going to be, in a good place. And don't feel like you have to, look at the deadlines of a film festival to say, oh, we need to have it done by this. Because if you rush art, it never works.
Very true. Thank you so much. That's such great advice. And thank all of you. And I would like to thank all of you for watching. Again, my name is Maddie Myers. This is Before the Harvest. And thank you so much, Professor Chris Lamont, for being here with us today.
Thank you so much, Maddie. Thank you, everybody.
Have a good day.
Thank you for joining the Harvesting Wisdom podcast. Click subscribe and like for ongoing insightful conversations. Explore our webpage for show notes and additional resources. Visit our guests' webpage for deeper insights. Your engagement is the foundation of our journey, and until next time, keep pursuing wisdom.